last week, the Texans got a lot of motivational fuel. It all started, in case you missed this, with Rex Ryan making a passing comment coming back from a commercial break about the Texans being a bye week for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers wind up the 5 seed. They're going to Houston. What's your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, I never realized the Chargers got a bye, that they qualified for a bye, but they did because they're playing Houston.
In the moment, I agreed with him.
Yeah, I was wrong. The Texans played. Look, the Ravens game was a disaster.
It was the worst game I've seen them play in a very long time.
And there was nothing that this offense had done basically this entire season to give you confidence that this was going to be any better. The fact that they went weeks and weeks and weeks without scoring a touchdown in the second half, it's been a pitiful performance from the offense most of the year. Part of it was the hype that we had on the Texans, that they didn't live up close to being it in the regular season, even though they've got some good wins. They lost the game versus the Lions. They lost the game versus Jordan Love and the Packers. They lost to a lot of the good teams they've played. There was not a lot of reason to believe. And then their last defensive performance was a disaster, in which, yes, they scored the only points of that game, but they got killed.
They were bad
by
in
Lamar and the Ravens.
They were bad in every single facet of the game.
But we were wrong, as was Rex Ryan. They were awesome this weekend. And I did not think that this Houston Texans team had that in them at this point again. I thought this season was a lost cause. And for at least one playoff game, they proved me wrong.
Here is more Rex Ryan. This is on Saturday on ESPN before Texans and Chargers. Rex doubled down on the Chargers got a bye week.
I heard somebody say it was a bye week that the Chargers are going to win. You know who that was? That was me. I'm doubling down. Come on, Chargers.
Houston, we have a problem. Rex Ryan's record as a head coach and an assistant in the wild card round. Anybody want to guess?
Probably pretty darn good, Green.
5-1.
Oh, 5-1. I went 5-3
in the wild card round. So this man,
yeah, Houston, you're in trouble.
Can the two Jets make out? Can Mike Greenberg and Rex Ryan just get it over with and make out already? I mean, Mike Greenberg's praising Rex Ryan. Again, Mike Greenberg, bless his heart, he's never actually seen good football, being the dorky little Jets fan that he is. What is he, 60? My God, dude, you're an adult. You have choices. You have options. Move on. It's not cute anymore. It's kind of just sad. Sad the same way watching an alcoholic wither away is sad. And that's what you are, essentially. And meanwhile, you got Rex Ryan here, who is doing his best to, I guess, get hired to be a what?
Head coach?
Why would you hire someone to be a head coach if he's saying, like, oh, yeah, this is a bye week, I'm going to overlook this team? I don't know what he's been doing. He has seemed very desperate. Very desperate. I think on the same show, he was saying, yeah, I hope I get the chance to kick Mike Vrabel's ass 2 times a year. I hope I get that chance. Like, relax, Rex. But also relax, Mike Greenberg. Houston, we have a problem. Kill yourself. And on top of that,
please,
you've got the Houston. Yeah, you've got a problem. Oh, God. Oh. I hated that last part by Rex and the other part by Greenberg. So Rex apologized on Sunday. Here he is on ESPN leading up to the Sunday slate of 3 games.
Teddy, you picked the Texans to win this game.
I did, yes.
Yeah, I think I did too, didn't I? It was, I mean, who had a worse day? Me or Justin Herbert? It's probably right there. But I got to tell, I mean, you got to tip your hat to them because that team played their absolute asses off. Look, if you guys were going to play like that, I would have taken you to win the Super Bowl. But I'm seeing the games going up into it, 1-5 against playoff teams. I'm seeing all that, and sorry, Houston.
Oh, we got one.
But if you think I'm not picking you next week either. Oh, boy. Well, maybe I will.
So he did apologize. He hinted that he theoretically could pick the Houston Texans on Saturday. I doubt that'll actually happen, but I'll give him credit. He was playful with it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have fun with it when you have that level of a take. And then you call them a bye week. You have to eat crow.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, it never happened.
Right.
You have to eat it.
Use those big chompers to eat some crow.
They are very big chompers.
They are.
And clearly the Texans noticed. They noticed. First off, and sorry to throw this at you last second, Sean. I know I threw a ton of audio in here, but you had a couple of guys in this game. Oh, wait, I guess I do not have this on the cut sheet. We'll get to it later on in the show, but both Joe Mixon and on top of that, Danielle Hunter, Eric Murray, Titus Howard, everyone was aware of what Rex Ryan had said. Every single person was aware. And you can understand why.
Of course they're aware. When D'Amico and CJ tried to tell us last week they didn't care, we all, they hear it. And like it's not the motivator that helps you play to this level at all, but you're aware of what people are saying about you. And as much as we kind of clown these shows too, and not that I heard the Rex Ryan apology live, and I won't see if he picks the Texans next week. I'll wait for the Texans aggregators to post it on Twitter for us. But they hear it, they know it. ESPN's on in the building. Like they're totally aware of what's being said about this franchise. They hear local radio. They pretend like they don't, but there's guys on that team that listen and see clips and they know what's being said about them. And if they don't, they've got their buddies in the media who tell them what's being said about them. And they were right and we were wrong. I just didn't think the defense could play to this level. Because I think this is even better than they've played all year. The way that they just dominated, and you've said it a couple times now, but D'Amico deserves so much credit for the game plan and everything. He outcoached Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah,
he outcoached Greg Roman.
Yep,
by a pretty wide margin.
And I mean, hell, Jim Harbaugh even gave him credit for that. Yeah. He said that, I got outcoached in this game. For those who did not listen to us last week, saving the best for last, and everyone talks about Rex Ryan motivating the Houston Texans. Well, what about me? What about the star of Houston Sports Radio? For those who don't remember last week, this is me calling the Houston Texans multiple times over a couple minute stretch, dead men walking. I feel like just about every person who follows this team believes they are dead men walking against a Chargers team that puts the CH in choke. I am looking at this team like men who are doomed for a future execution. And I think it's fair to look at it that way, but I want people to get me out of this mindset. I mean, I'm still dealing with the anger and rage of having watched this team in person on Christmas. I want someone to shake me out of this because they are dead men walking. I wanted somebody to convince me that they weren't. No one successfully did. Is it on you? Should I actually apologize for this? I don't know. I don't know if I should.
We're not going to get an apology?
I don't. You apologize.
I apologize.
You've said we multiple times. Honestly, the fact that you've said we multiple times, I'm just allowing that.
New apology. I apologize.
Yeah, you can apologize. I'm not apologizing.
I apologize for saying we in the apology.
I'm the greatest motivator in this.
I apologize, Joe. I don't want to speak for Sean now either. I don't want to offend two people on the show.
Yeah.
But I apologize.
I don't apologize.
I was wrong.
I'm not apologizing for bleep. You know what? I am what's motivating them. Now, they didn't credit me, which, hurts my feelings a little bit.
Yeah,
but
they high-fived
to be fair, I said that too.
Right. So
I like that Rex Ryan swallowed his ego to apologize, but Paul hasn't.
No, I'm not going to. What's there to apologize for? Like, they were dead men walking going into that game, and I wanted somebody to convince me they weren't. And guess what? The Texans convinced me they weren't in that game, thanks to me. You're welcome. No apologies. No apologies here. You're welcome. I'm taking a bow.
When did they officially convince you? What was the tipping point?
They officially convinced me when D'Angelo Ross returned that extra point for 2. Because I thought to myself, there's a chance.
Yeah,
they
got touch and go.
I think everyone kind of thought, like, you could felt like the stadium kind of puckered a little bit. I would put it.
I was puckering up a little bit. Yeah.
Luckily, the Chargers apparently don't know that you can return a missed extra point.
I honestly think Cameron Dicker did the right thing. The problem is he did not have any help around him. He was trying to avoid getting hit. As a kicker, you're not supposed to get hit.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to get hit.
The volleyball spike, though, and it goes straight to
It went straight to a play. Right.
I mean, some of it's bad luck. Some of it is like, I don't know, dude. Just go up there and
catch it
and
come
then turtle. Yeah.
I'm a little biased because, like, I've gotten drunk with Cameron Dicker before, so I really like him. He's a good dude. but
I wasn't sure he was getting off the ground.
that was vicious. That was absolutely vicious. That poor man. But that was where I knew it was official. And look, you're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome. I motivated them.
I feel like we're like borderline. I'm waiting for Paul to start breaking out in song for Moana right now. The What Can I Say? You're Welcome song. You've never seen Moana before?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Why would he have seen Moana?
I don't know. It's on everywhere.
For people with kids.
I guess I forgot Paul doesn't have kids.
What's Moana?
It's a Disney movie
Oh, it's a Disney movie.
with The Rock.
With The Rock?
Yeah.
Wait, is it like a spin-off of Fast and Furious?
No.
I actually am aware of the movie. I've just never seen it.
I figured like your nieces and nephews who's hopefully they talk to you by now for missing Christmas. Hopefully now they understand.
Yeah, now they're like, this team's actually pretty good.
Yeah, like hopefully now after this win on Saturday,
still doesn't happen.
Hopefully they get it.
Still doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, my 3-year-old and 6-month-old, they gave me long soliloquies about how disappointed they were in me, and they've yet to talk to me since then. So, listen, eventually I'll motivate them to talk to me, just like I motivated the Houston Texans to win on Saturday.
Another week to motivate them again.
I think we got to look at it from this perspective. The idea that the Texans needed this to beat the Chargers is absolutely effing crazy. They did not. They should have been motivated by their own poor play. Did it help? Sure. Little bulletin board material? Sure. It's Rex Ryan, though, who's doubting you. Oh, Rex Ryan's the reason that they beat the Chargers? Like, stop. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And look, he apologized. I will say this. They deserve a lot of credit for what they did. I doubted them. They proved me wrong. But I'm not apologizing. See, that's the difference. That's the Paul Gallant piece of filth difference.
It's the workaround.
That's how you be a lazy scumbag journalist and still keep people listening, because they always want to know what you're going to say next.
Will he apologize tomorrow?
No,
probably not.
If they beat the Chiefs, I will apologize.
Well, I don't think any of us are going to pick them to beat the Chiefs. It's just a guess. I did pick them to
Friday's
win.
a long time ago.
I did pick them in the pick 6. I am the only person on the show that picked them.
Good job.
So I don't know why I apologized, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
I did. I just, trashed them for a week.
Yeah.
Until
I think the reasoning was
Friday.
It makes no sense. I'm gonna pick them.
That's why when the public is always on a team like that, and it will be the same this weekend, that the Chiefs will be the most bet team, ticket wise and money wise, to win this weekend. I can almost guarantee it.
I would agree with you there. A couple of texts. Eric the driver says, the foot effer already walked back his bye week statement. Are y'all going to do the same? Well, they were dead men walking. Guess what? They got a pardon. Joe Biden stepped in. They're good to go. We need an apology from Paul, like we got from Rex. No, I'm just going to pass. I'm going to pass on that.
Apology.
Got it. Yes, all of y'all were wrong. No, Joe was right.
I was right.
Joe was actually right.
I picked him.
And he just remembered in the middle of the season.
Yep, I just remembered that I did pick him.
You're so shocked that you picked him.
I know. I was like, I forgot I did.
Sounds like you might not have actually believed that.
You know what? The record sheet says W.
Yeah.
It's highlighted green.
Did you see what John McClain said?
No.
Those of us who picked the Chargers, I predicted LA 27-20, will have a lot of egg on our faces. It'll take me 2 towels to get it off. That's disgusting, John. That was very graphic in nature. I don't want to think about you wiping 2 towels worth of eggs off of your face.
He actually does.
Can you pass me that towel?
I got too much egg on me.
It's everywhere.
There's no bread for me to sop it up. I like a sourdough bread toast to mop up that yolk.
Some of it's in my eye. It stings.